Welcome to Unengaged Agent, social media marketing and news for real estate agents.
On today's episode, we are talking about what's new with the iPhone 14 Pro for realtors.
Yeah, so
Tony, yeah.
so Apple had their big September event where they released the new iPhone 14 Pro, and a couple of the features kind of jumped out to me as far as like what how they pertain to real estate and realtors. The first thing I saw was a better selfie camera, so they upgraded the front-facing camera, which
Finally,
is right. So it's great for content like this or short-form content. Having a little nicer camera, something that can autofocus, is a big improvement. So that should be pretty cool to check out once it's fully out. Another thing I saw was an action mode. So they say it's kind of replacing the need for a gimbal. When you're running around, taking shots and whatnot, it should be a lot more smoother.
It's like a stabilizer on there.
Exactly. And the demos they had is people like running after someone else and it being pretty smooth. Obviously, we'll see how it works in practice, but
that'd be good going through the models and just walking any walkthrough tours and
yeah, and definitely like if you don't have a gimbal on hand, it could go in place of that and give you nice footage.
Cool.
Another cool thing I saw was emergency SOS via satellite. So if obviously we're realtors, we travel all over places, and not every place has the best cell phone signal. So this will allow you to actually point your phone towards the satellite, connect it, and send the SOS out. When you don't have a cell signal, which is very important. And another big safety thing they had was crash detection. That in the phone they'll have gyroscopes will know if if you're in a car accident and send that message out to ambulances or 911.
Like through impact, I guess.
I think impact or flipping or anything like as major crash. They said they did like a bunch of demos with a bunch of different crashes.
Yeah, because I'm like wondering if it's in your purse or something and your phone's rumbling or you know what I mean, like.
Oh, you're not sure. No, I don't know. We'll have to see how well it works in practice. But I thought those features are pretty cool, and once we get our hands on a couple of them, we'll see how they work out.
Hopefully they'll be coming my way. All right. So the next topic is TikTok creator next. So obviously they're looking to, give the creators a more of a hub to go to, I believe is what this is. So it doesn't replace the
creator fund.
Sorry. Creator fund, right? The creator fund is within the creator next. I did check to see if I had access to it. I don't. It does say, I know for the creator fund, I know most of those, I think it's like 10,000 followers. But this one, I did say, I believe a minimum of 1,000, but it had some variations and iffies to it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, with all these, they rolled out slowly, and then they kind of see how their reaction is, and then kind of
and it did say that it depends on the market that you're in, if it's available to you yet. So I haven't seen it, but something new.
Yeah, no, you definitely. And they had the creator marketplace where it allows collaborators to connect with brands, and also live video gifts and. So people can leave tips and
it's a good place for brands to go to for a source, looking for creators that matches and fits their needs and their brand, and their audience that they're looking for.
Yeah, whatever way TikTok can do more to monetize outside the creator fund, which is kind of limited just with the that's being shared to everyone. But if they can have other ways where creators can make money, that's great.
Yeah, keep them on the app, right?
Right.
All right. Homes are selling for 99.8% of the list price.
Yeah, so this article on Redfin News that the average list to sale ratio fell under 100% for the first time since March of 2021. So obviously like the big jump we've had where people were going above and beyond list price. This is first time it's gone below that slightly, but it's gone below.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so it's
Little
definitely
dip.
some a little dip. Kind of see if it's a a ongoing trend. Will it continue like this or will it stabilize? The kind of went down where the number of I'm looking at it right here. The number of active homes is kind of coming back out. As homes are staying on the market longer and longer. And the number of number listings that had price drops was about 7%. So that's probably the highest it's been in a long time.
A year. Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's something that everybody was priced pretty aggressively, and now we may see some sort of stabilization going on.
And normalizing, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All
All
right.
right. Interesting. All right. Let's see. So on schedule up to 10 Twitter spaces, or you could broadcast 10 Twitter spaces. So from what I understand, I'm not a big, I'm not really on Twitter that much. So from what I understand, it's kind of like the clubhouse rooms is what the spaces are. Is that correct? Like an audio
Yeah,
room?
yeah. It's Twitter's version of a clubhouse room, and
Okay.
being able to schedule these these out in up to 30 days in advance is great if you want to give your audience a kind of a a calendar to kind of figure out when you're doing your thing, so they can drop in at the right time and listen to your spaces and interact. And you
So
can have
this is
these.
basically like you're scheduling 10 lives or 10 whatever that
Exactly.
you're gonna have an audience for. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I was a little confused because I wasn't sure if it was like 10 different rooms happening at the same time and like how people were doing that and running that. I don't know, but
no, and it's
so
also
that's
great
not
if
what this is. Yeah.
no, and it's great if you had different topics. So if someone wants to learn about open houses, and then the next space they can say, oh, next week you're going to talk about showing homes. So it's kind of nice that people can see what's upcoming.
It's kind of cool. It's like a virtual conference, right? So you could have your breakout sessions in these different rooms even and
Yeah.
that concept at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, and obviously you talked about like talking about spaces, kind of thought about Clubhouse, seeing what it's been up to this past year.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I was all in on Clubhouse, a year ago. And not to say that it was just very time consuming. That's another topic in itself, but great connections were made, and also just the experience of it all during that transition time, because these platforms all tend to overlap, and then it's a matter of making those connections on and off the app also.
yeah. So I
So
mean, Clubhouse definitely rode that wave. Whenever I was in full lockdown mode or whatnot,
mhm.
and and so its growth has kind of stalled out a little bit. We'll see if it kind of reinvents itself and kind of grows from
See, I
there.
don't even know because I stalled out. Like I wasn't really using it, so
But
I
you're not
didn't
the
know
only
if the app
one.
itself.
But
Okay,
you're not the
yeah.
only one. That everyone,
Hmm.
a lot of people stalled out. Whether that was just the growth of it, it changes perception of what it is, or
Hmm.
just the attraction of the people that were there. As you said, it's very time consuming, and
And
people
people
just
were all in. Like when they
people
were on it, they were on it
yeah,
like
and
for hours and
maybe don't
hours and
have
hours.
2 hours to spare anymore. Yeah.
No, even more than 2 hours. But I mean, what I got out of it was amazing, without a
Mhm.
doubt. I mean, just to be in the rooms and even be able to speak and all that. So even the spaces, I'm interested
Yeah,
now. Just
definitely check
jump
out
in and see
spaces.
what
There
it's
might be
like. Yeah.
some ones that kind of interest you. Not and I haven't really jumped in any of the spaces yet. Maybe like when it first came out, but
Or maybe
might be
we'll
worth.
host one. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah. We'll host one. Maybe check it out. See how it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And let's see. Repurpose.io, repurposing your social media. So we just finally signed up for this. And so far, it looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, so we were able to add all our platforms, between YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, and it being able to pull the video sources from one platform and post it to the other ones has hopefully it'll be a great time saver for us. We'll find out more once we kind of jump into it this week, but be able to post on TikTok and then have it automatically pull that video and post it on LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram would be a great.
And the way you set it up too, it's so individualized, so it's kind of nice. You know what I mean? Where you can directly say, oh, okay, everything that's posted here on TikTok is going to go across the board to da 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 da.
And then they also have it doesn't automatically post, where you can kind of pick and choose which you want to post. So, or if you want to schedule things at different times, you can kind of do that. But it's something we're definitely gonna poke around and kind of see how it works, and hopefully it works out well, and we'll definitely tell you guys about it if it does.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, all right. YouTube publishes new Shorts guide. So they said, with YouTube Shorts now, there's 30 billion views. 30 billion views on YouTube Shorts. So they've created a guide with a step-by-step of content ideas, how to go through your phone, look at old footage, kind of make something with audio, kind of what we do anyway, but it's nice to have that layout and something to follow if it's completely foreign and new to you.
Of course, yeah. And then explaining how to pick your audio, how to use the music that's built in, how to loop it, how to hashtags. So it's a nice little guide to kind of get started in learning what YouTube Shorts and what they're looking for in content.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Right? Do we have anything
I think
else?
that's it.
And I'm Patricia.
I'm Tony. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great weekend.